got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Whitney. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Mike 20, I got you, punk. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. All day, baby, all day. Come 19. So don't say nothing. Shoot. Bang, bang.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off play action. Whitney. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitney. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Mike 20. Here we go. Hey, Mike.
Back to throw again. This is swung out to Eckler. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This one was all about clearing space. For this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a wide receiver's dream, because if they can make that first man miss, a lot of times they turn these into big plays, and that's exactly what happened here.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, Whitney. He'll get this to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Team meeting room after last week's performance, they had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved. This. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 20. Hurt. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. 19 tight. There go Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Good track.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitney. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 7-7, our score after 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Snags it for the pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. This is caught. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished...
He's got a man complete, and all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action here on first. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Second and 16. From the gun, Whitney. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing on 1st down. Whitney. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Mike 20. Yeah. You don't want none.
Off the play fake. Whitney. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 20. Mike 20. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Check out. Go. Check. Out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here I come again.
Back to throw. Whitney. That is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Big dash. Come.
Looking to throw. Whitney. Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 20, Mike 20. I got him. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go. Kill.
They'll look to throw again.
Watch quick. Shit.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. 57. Mike, 57. Silver. 57 the Mike.
Back to throw. Whitney. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun. Whitney. And it's caught. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Single. Check number 6. Check.
Looking to throw. Whitney finds Hines again for the completion. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice
touchdown, Falcons. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands. Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mike 20, Mike 19. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Down to lose 1. Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the street. 26, check 26. Street. Watch the twins. Show me that. Show me. Riggs. Slam. Kill.
Off play action. Whitney. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
4 down, check. SOS. 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 Hey, check that. Street. Hey, check 24.
Off the play fake. Whitney. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a dump off here complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A spin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Mostert off the read option. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 20. It's our time. It's our time, guys. 15, right here. Hey, Mike 20. Watch the slip.
From the gun, Whitney. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Operating from the gun, Whitney. This is caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw again on second down. Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's second down. They run with Mostert off the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fighting through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Here is Eckler. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Alert 3. He's coming. Double up.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Whitney, flush to his right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will hit the